Do 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 do. Dooby doo 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 doo. Oh God, I keep burping tonight. That's not a good start, is it? We've got a few tunes tonight. We can have a little chat if everyone wants to have a little chat. Let's just change my screen because I've got all wrong stuff on now. Okay. Hope everyone's good tonight. I'm finding some lovely channels on here, and I will pass them over to the nice people in the world. I'm finding some very nice content channels on YouTube because YouTube is an addiction, and you have to respect addictions, right? Because you get in a whole world of shit if you don't, right? YouTube is an addiction, so play it to your needs because all this controversy that is going on that gets all these high ratings just says it all about all of us. Not me, you, them, they, all of us. It's quite disgusting, the process that we're going through on YouTube, to be fair. I'm going to give it a few minutes and then we'll start upping the beat. But I'm going to play a tune to someone that is on one of the channels that I go on. And it's Blackburn's World. The guy's name's Matt. It seems like a lovely guy. And I'm going to dedicate a record to his dog. And to be honest with you, I actually wasn't going to come on tonight because I forgot the dog's name. And that's not good. But I do like a drink now and then. And I'm a pothead. So a lot of shit goes out of my head. But a lot of shit stays in there. So I'm going to dedicate a record to Matt's dog because it's a bit unfortunate there's people out there that would even try and get to a person through their dog. Hi Debla, how you doing? That's a nice little smiley face you put on there. What is that doing? Smiley faces. When you get into smiley faces, they can be really complex. But I don't choose to get into them. You're either laughing or you're not. I don't get into the little because that can be interpreted quite complicated. So I just like, yeah, cool. That looks like a good face. Thumbs up. So anyway, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll tell you actually what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to play this song that I was going to dedicate to Matt's dog, right? Because he's had this dog for 16 years, right? Which is pretty good going for a dog. But yet, you've still got that horrible, nasty side of the internet that will twist things and blame it onto the owner why the dog died, which is disgusting. But what I want to do is dedicate a record to Matt's dog because I know he's feeling that at the moment because I've got a dog myself. My dog's 13 years old and I can feel the separation happening and it's heartbreaking. But what I decided to do, instead of playing the song I wanted to play, I'm going to play this one because I want people to be a little bit upbeat and feel that there's going to be another meeting later on. So we're going to put Everlasting Love on for Matt's dog. Okay? And that's Blackburn's World. Great channel. Go and subscribe. And what I'll do, I'll play the song after that I was thinking of playing, and I thought, no, I don't want Matt to have that song in his head when he hears it, and you know what I mean. I want a upbeat song, so I thought I'll put this on. And bear in mind, only about 15 minutes to go through my vinyls to see what I had. I mean, I've got a few records, but I can't go through them all because I can't remember the titles. My brain is a mush, but don't be fooled because I cannot be fooled. Okay? There's a difference there. Bear that in mind. These bloody notifications that come up really get on my nerves. They go all over my screen and it's just annoying because I didn't ask for them. They just come up. Oh, you got OCD then, VW? You know, my daughter-in-law's got OCD, and it's quite funny, really. But it can cause a little issues. But because you know the OCD's there, it kind of you know. But yeah, I know. It must be horrible to have things that you're battling with all the time. You got your what on silence? I miss that. Oh, you must be talking to someone else. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's so sad when you lose a dog, but when you come on someone, when you get someone come on the internet and blame that death onto you when the dog lived for 16 years, that's disgusting, man. I get what Matt's going through, and I just hope that Matt blocks and ignores. Yeah, it's a bit sad, isn't it, Deborah? But hey, see the thing with my lives is a lot more people look at them after than they do at the time because there's a lot more important people out there than me that slag other people off, and that's important to watch that. Why I don't know, but like I say, YouTube's an addiction. But anyway, let me play this song. I'm going to play this. Let me read this out first. This song, right? Like I was going to play another song. Like I said, I'm going to play it after the song I was going to play. But I don't want that song in Matt's head. I want this song in Matt's head when he thinks about his dog. If this is relevant, obviously. But this is CBS Records. The Love Affair, Everlasting Love. Oh, what year is this? 1967. No, I've got to take a double take on that. Where's my light? Give me my light. Sorry, man, I'm not making light of this, but like the writing's so small on my records. Like, yeah, I'll bear in mind all my records are 7-inch vinyls and they're all jumbled up, so I can't just randomly go to something I want. Right, yeah, it is 1967. Wow. Everlasting Love, The Love Affair. And this is dedicated from your dog to you, Matt.
Just when you leave me so, you won't regret. I'll come back begging you. Don't you forget, welcome love we once knew. Open your eyes, then you realize here I stand with my everlasting love. Need you by my side, love to be my pride. You'll never be denied, everlasting love. From the very start, open up your heart, feel that you're part of everlasting
Oh, bless. Rest in peace. Just ignore the shit. Just ignore the shit, Matt. Because you and your dog know what life you've led. Oh, bless Popsy. Hi, Popsy. How you doing? Popsy, she don't even know this, Popsy herself, but she don't even know this, but she is my absolute best friend and the only person I ever go to and have a really good heart-to-heart. She knows me inside out. That might be a weakness of mine to some of you trolls out there, but she cannot be broken. So, hi Dusty, how you doing? Yeah, I hope you like that song, Matt. This is the one. I'm actually going to play the one I was going to play for you, Matt. And if it like gets you all emotional, I'd rather you just turned it off and don't listen to it. But this was the first song that I thought of. Well, I come across in my vinyls. I was actually going to play this with your dog, and then I thought, this is not a song you want to remember your dog by, but I have to play it because I actually did pick this first, but I didn't want it to be too sad a moment. So I'm going to play this song. I'm not even going to tell you what it is. You're going to have to suffer the crackling before you hear the tune. But this was my first choice, and I decided no, I think that record's more appropriate. But this would be what a lot of people would go for. And unfortunately, I did at first. Oh, thank you, Dusty. I'm a horrible cunt when I have to be, though. I'm like, what am I like? You know that woman that catches light in, Crucibles. When she gets angry, she catches the light. That's me. But if I'm not antagonised, it never comes up. But I won't be mugged off. I've still got my enemies that I'm watching and waiting. So once you cross me, you're not off the list until I'm content. Hi Irish, how you doing? Do you know what? It's a beautiful. I was sitting out in my garden tonight, right? A little can of beer, my little grandchild next to me in the garden, looking up at the sky, admiring the stars. She's only 3, and it's fucking amazing to be a grandparent that appreciates that stuff. Yeah, I'm good Irish. Getting away from all this shit and this scum Irish. It's the best thing I ever done. But YouTube is addictive, so you have to channel your way out of it. You can't just leave it. You got to channel your way out of this evil side of YouTube and leave them all sitting there roaring with themselves. Hi Gavins, how you doing? I do love a grenade though, I must say. I'm an expert on grenades, so be aware of that one. Oh. Do you know what? I've got the shittiest lighter tonight. I keep flick, 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 and my thumb's killing me. And then I use the other thumb, and that's killing me. And then I try to use my finger, and that's killing me. And then I can't pick my nose because my finger's really sore. Anyway, that was a really lovely tune, man. I've always loved that tune, though. From the first day I heard that, I was like, wow. Hello, I've got all my poles mixed up. Hang on a minute. Give me a moment. What was the last one I played? It was that one. Oh, okay. I've put them right over there. That's why. Because I get confused. I put the records that I play right over there, and I can't see them. But anyway, David Soul. Do you remember David Soul? OMG. Let's have a look at him. See what he's doing. Oh, God. Do you know what? I got quite emotional tonight because of the dog situation. I couldn't give a fuck if someone cut someone's throat. Do you get that? Why have we become like that? I'm a really lovely person, but like I'd rather cut someone's throat than attack an animal. Yeah, I'll find that out, Dusty. Do you know what? I've tried to help a lot of people. You'll probably find this out, Dusty. I've tried to help a lot of people in here, and all it's done is made me look like a really bad person. So you are right. You've got to look after number one. If you don't look after number one, you can't help anyone else. Oh, it's just someone's dog passed away, Popsy. They were 16 years old, and someone started attacking them, accusing them of the reason the dog died. But it's a natural death. It's fucking 16 years old. But you know what it's like. You know how nasty people will be on here. It come from a person with the initials NML. And I never actually made any comments on that because I know YouTube and I don't comment until I see the facts. When I see NML come on and actually slag the guy off, I was like, nah, I'm not having that. That's fucking wrong. if you don't like the guy and he loses their pet, you do not do that. Because if anyone, I mean, to be fair, Matt acted correct. I would want to go down there straight away, 100%, because that was nasty. But what I would say to Matt is just block and delete Matt, because I've been in court because I don't want to be mugged off by some muppet on the internet that thinks they can get everyone around them. Because even when I went to court, there was still people believing that. How can, listen, at the end of the day, how can people still believe and back that dirty, stinky whore when I was going to court? How could that happen? That's how bad it is. And it's only now, what, 2 years later, that everyone's starting to see how bad that person is. Because someone, even though all of us say to each other, well, we're all equal, no one's hiding others. But that doesn't happen on here, does it? Because some people listen to some people more than others. And if someone feels, if someone comes across really intelligent, trust me, you've got to watch your back with them more than someone that comes on here that's a dimwit, right? That's where everyone's got it wrong on here. They listen to the intelligent speaking people on here, but they slag the dimwits off on here. That's where it's all gone backwards, because there's a lot of people on here that got important personas, but they're actually scum that spread the shit. Just remember that. Everything's not what it seems in this world. But if you're educated and you feel smart, or you come across smart and you talk intellectually, you feel like you've got the program to mug people off that can just about survive in life and make a living. Hi, Elsie, how you doing? Sorry, I'm banging on it. I don't even know where that fucking come from. It's just like, I get out of these groups, right? I try and stay away from them. I love chucking my grenades in there, seeing the scenario, because I know all what's going on in there. So a little grenade would come out in there and then it'll all blow up and I'm sitting there laughing my fucking head off. That's how I like it now. But being in them groups is toxic and disgusting. And all it does is shows others the type of person you are. So you got to make a choice for yourself. You either carry on with that shit and go, oh, I can't believe that so-and-so come out with this statement. 2 years ago, they was calling so-and-so this. But now they're their best friends. I'm going to highlight this and everything. Get the fuck out of here. We're all the same. I'm as bad or as good as anyone else. But there's some really nasty pieces of shit out there. And what the normal people need to do is all block them. If you want to come on here and be rude and horrible and nasty, block. And then if everyone done that, they wouldn't have a voice, would they? But no, hang on. There's another class out there that thinks, oh, I like this. I'm going to put this on my show because I need subscriptions. I need thumbs up. I'm important. Fucking YouTube. Oh, man. Get a fucking life. I'm going to play Silver Lady by David Soul. I don't give a fuck what you think. I can't even see the year. Oh, what is it? 1977. It's only got dust on the record. There's no scratches or nothing. You see how it goes. Woo! Oh, shit. I just punched my record player. I've done quite a lot, Popsy. I've got a little trailer left of hardcore to pick up, and then I've run out of gear. So it's, well, my son, when I asked my son tonight, he goes, "Oh, it's pretty bad, but it's not as bad as it was." So, no one's helped me. People have talked to me, Popsy, but no one's helped me, no. But I don't care. If I can help people get up and down that track, I'm happy with that. Oh, hi, Debla. Oh, shit. Oh, come on, Debla. Just come back on. I just missed you. I just saw you. My word. Woo! Debla, come back on. I didn't see you there. I was looking at the records and stuff. Sorry. I'm gonna put the link out there again, Debbie. I can't believe that. I just looked up and you went. Naughty Paris. There you go. Seedy motel and no star hotel, still I had to but the one shining thing in my hand was the sweet love I had with you, and honey, you're my last hope, and who else can I turn to? Come on, silver lady, take my word. I won't run out on you again. Believe me, I see the light. It's just one more time without you. Here I am a million miles from home. The Indiana wind and rain through me. I'm not alone. You to the bone, silver lady. Can't you find it in you to forgive me? 'Cause here I am a million miles from home. The Indiana wind and rain through me. I'm not alone. You to the bone, silver lady. Come on, silver lady, take my word. I won't run out on you again. Believe me, I see the light. It's just one more time. Woo! Do you know what? It's quite funny you talk about that road, Popsy, because when I first come here, right, I had big ideas with our part of the setup, right? Because I knew that we was separate from Tony, but we kind of tried to use him as much as we could because that kind of kept the peace with us and him. So I'm talking about the track 3 years ago, right? And I suggested on Manny Meadows' site, because we've got our own site where we all talk together. I've actually left it because they're all petty. So I suggested on the site that we buy the materials and I would allow the track and maintain it so that we could all get to our boats. So I fell out with Les, right? And Les had been here a lot longer, but I know Les because I bought my boat off of Les. Les is a DIY guy. He's He'll have a go at anything, but he's shit at everything because he never uses the right materials. He never puts the right money into a project, and he always has problems when he finishes a project. So I suggested that we all buy the materials for the track. I'll go up and down, and because I was younger then. I felt a lot fitter. I'm a lot older now, or a bit older now. And as you get older, when you come up to your sixes and past it, you actually do feel the age deteriorate. You feel it more than you do in your 30s, 40s. So I suggested that Les stuck the poison in, not on the chat, but to people privately because he knew them all when he was an arse licker. And in the end, I didn't get trusted at all, but I didn't care because of what I was going through. I had to deal with me. But because I'd moved here, I wanted to help with all the skills that I've learned through my life because I've gone right through the building trade. I know it. I know the building trade. I started off with roofing. I went through electrics. I've done a lot of building work. I've done loads of roof conversions. I've done all sorts, conservatory, you name it, I've done it. But my main trades were roofing and electrics. That is my main trades that I've learned over years. I done an apprenticeship with my roofing. I mastered the game. I realised it was too hard work for the money, so I went in electrical, and I learnt that through an electrical wholesaler. So I know my shit. I can fucking put my hand to anything, and it's not DIY, it's professional. All right. So anyway, the track all went wonky. We've had 2 or 3 years, 2 years. We've had 2 really bad shit years here. So Les has decided to poke his little head up above the parapet, even though he's sold his boat and he don't live here anymore. He's just got a little bit of land here. He's poked his head up above the parapet and gone, I think we should all buy some hardcore and do the track. So we've all agreed to it. We've all paid money into it. We've all bought this big pile of hardcore. It's sitting there all summer, all fucking summer. The last 2 days, I've decided to go down there with my trailer and my car. Me, a fucking female, had to do it myself. I'm down the track. I've got men driving past, going to their boats and going out to work or whatever. Look, listen, at the end of the day, if you're a grafter and you go to work, whatever. But there's a few people here that don't work, that they drove past me, they've seen what I'm doing. Just ignore the fact, all because they live down that end and they don't have to use the muddy part of the track. But the whole point of it is where all the community, and it's really weird that they use the track when they want to come and visit us and park their cars outside, but they're not willing to pay the money. Very fucking strange. I don't know where this story's going, but I did ask someone. So I goes to someone earlier. Oh, I got a question, and they thought it was about the subject I was talking about. and they goes, oh, hang on a minute, Paris has got a question, and I put it in the comments, and I went, has anyone got a mini dinner I can have for nothing? I don't know if it killed the chat, but I just thought it was hilarious. But if anyone's got a mini digger out there that I don't want, hi Messenger, how you doing? Yeah, just let me know and I'll come pick it up because this track is long and I don't feel that anyone here is responsible enough to look into the future to see how bad this track is getting because it's getting as muddy as fuck. And I must have in the last 2 to 3 days put at least 5 ton of hardcore in the channels that the tires are forming. But anyway, what I was going to say was, I don't know the point of that story, but all I'm saying is, let's all pull together. We've all become part of a program where no one seems to care about anyone else. And that's sad. But yeah, the track really looked good when I done it. But my son come home today and I asked him about it. He said, "Oh, it's looking bad." But I said to everyone else, "I'll tell you what, you lot buy the MOT. I ain't paying a fucking toss to it because I've done enough here. You lot buy the MOT and I will maintain the track all the time that we're here or I'm here. Because it's to my benefit because I live right at the end. But there's loads of boats before me that have to get to their boats and they don't get it. Oh, so what? You want us to spend our money so you can get to your bit, but you don't want to carry on spending it so the whole tracks are right so we can get to our bit. But we've got to spend our money so you can get to your bit. So let's all get past that and all realise we're a community and we need to all pull together so that we're all on the same level and we all move forward at the same fucking speed. Yeah? Instead of everyone getting above themselves or moving forward too fast. Because that's where all the fucking elite shit comes in. And then people start listening to elite and then it all goes wonky, doesn't it? Yeah, my garden's too past it now, Popsy. You know what I mean? It's all muddy and like all the plants are dying off and settling down for the winter. So there's not a lot really I can do for my garden. The only thing I want to do is get all my bikes off the ground, like my motorbikes and toys, like Skylar's toys and all that. Just get them put away for the winter. But that won't take me long. The track's more important because there's a lot of people that do go to work here and need that track every day. So, I mean, I can't moan at them. If they put the money into the track, I don't mind putting the work in because I'm not going to put the money in. I'm on the dole, right? But I've got the skills to make that track beautiful. But because of people like Les and Carol and a couple of other people here that don't know me and don't talk to me, there's like an issue out there where I can't be trusted. But that says more about them than me. And the trouble is with that, all them people that have been like that, I've never helped them. But everyone that's been on my side, I've stopped leaks, I've repaired things, I cut their grass, I do everything. I cut the branches off their tree. I do everything for them because they're my friends. Not as much Popsy, obviously. She's my best friend forever. Yeah. People have contributed to that track, Popsy, but like, I can't believe that there was so much hardcore. I mean, I can it's weird because I can slag people off for it, but and then everyone else could say, well, why didn't you get out there? You don't work. But why should I, when I've got a trailer that's got motorbikes on it, because them motorbikes are worth a lot of money. Why should I put them bikes on the ground, take my trailer and my car and my labour out there to do it all myself when when they do the track, there's normally a little group of them doing it. What is that all about? What the fuck is that all about? It's like when I come on here, it's like you'll get some dirty old fucking stinky slag on here that like shouts her mouth off and she gets like 100 subscribers. Nothing she says is clever because you always find out a year later that it turns out it's a fucking dirty piece of shit that's never worked to her life. Not a problem if you can't, but if you can, not work to her life and slags others off. That's where it all goes wonky. All being on different levels. You all got to be on the same level. We've all got issues. We all got problems we need solving, right? But we don't come on here and completely disembowel someone because we don't like them. We've all done it. I've done it. I should know better because I'm a lot older than a lot of people on here. But I know better now. It's took me almost 5 years to get there, but that's hardcore shit where mum tells you not to play over the forest, or mum tells you not to throw stones, but you always do it. It's that scenario. And then you wise up to it. But hey ho, it's time for a record. The Mamas and the Papas, dedicated to the one I love. This is 1967. We've had 1967s before, haven't we, tonight? God, we're going right back tonight, aren't we? What was that? I'm going to get other record out, what I played, because that was 67. Woo!
I know it's hard for you, baby, because it's hard for you, baby. And the dark star is just before dawn. Each night before you go to bed, my baby, whisper a little prayer for me, my baby. And tell all this dedicated to what I love. Exactly like we wanted to be. I could be satisfied knowing you love me. Especially for me. And it's something everybody needs. While I'm far away from you, my baby, whisper a little prayer for me, my baby. It's hard for me, my baby, and the darkest hour is just before dawn. If there's one thing I want you to do, especially for me, and it's something everybody needs. Each night before you go to bed, my baby, whisper a little prayer for me, my baby. And tell all this is dedicated
To the one I love.
This is dedicated to the one I love. This is dedicated
To the one I love. Well, I haven't heard that song for years. Do you know what? I said I had 3 piles here, didn't I? And I've just looked at them, right? I've got a pile I've played, a pile I ain't played, and a pile of sleeves that I forgot to put the records back in. I can't believe that. Right. Yeah, as that happens, I was going to tell you the last record I played in 67, wasn't it? Not in 67, but the last record that was 1967. and that was Everlasting Love by The Love Affair. What about that, eh? 1967 records. Now, I can't remember what this is because I'm in a little bit of a situation where I've caught up with the records I've tried, and now I'm doing the records I don't know, I can't remember. So this one here. Oh, got an itchy nose. Right, this one here, Delegation. What is this? State Records. That's the first time I've heard of that. State Records. And it's Where Is the Love We Used to Know? Has it got a year? Do you know what? I might stop doing all this fucking vinyl shit because it winds me up trying to work out where the year is. Is it A or B? 1977. Okay, we've redeemed ourselves. I need to put the middle of the record player on because this hasn't got a centre on it. Record looks actually in quite good condition, so it might be shit. Anyway, let's give it a go. Oh god! Oh! Fucking hell! I missed the record player. You know, chemicals are kicking in. All right, here we go.
Where is the love we used to know? How did you lose it? Where did it go? We had enough to last all time. Nobody loved us longer than mine. Where is the love we used to know? Where did it go? How did you lose it? Where did it go? How did you lose it? What am I going to do? Stop this I'm falling. I'll leave you with the light. And I can hear you calling. What am I going to say? My friends ask about you. I guess I'll just stay. I'm better off without you. I look in the mirror and I see a broken man. It's such a solid side. Now we're not together. Who's gonna make my bed? It don't make any difference to me, baby. Where is the love we used to know? How did you lose it? Where did it go? We had enough to last all time. Nobody loved us longer than mine. Where is the love we used to know? Where did it go? How did you lose it? Where did it go? How did you lose it? How can I find my way? Without your love to guide me, I stop and close my eyes and feeling deep inside me. How can I face the world when there's no way to find you? You took your love away and closed the door behind you. What good is tomorrow when nothing's like today? I can't stop holding on to you. Oh, I've got a memory that brings back yesterday. When all my life believed in was you. Baby, where is the love we used to know? How did you lose it? Where did it go? We had enough to last all time. Nobody loved us longer than mine. Where is the love we used to know? Where did it go? How did you lose it? Where did it go? How did you lose it?
Come on, let's get the basket.
We had enough, that's no time. Nobody felt from the main mind. Where is the love we used to love?
Where did it go? Sorry, guys, I just had to give my dog a little treat. She got up and told me she needed feeding, so I had to give her a little treat. Right, I'm a bit confused because now I've got 2 polls that I haven't played. I don't even know how this has happened. I'm clearly going to have to get organised if I want subscribers, don't you think? But if it's gonna stay sweet over here, do we really need subscribers? Long as me, you, my cat, and my dog are happy. Me and you and a dog named you, traveling and living on the land. Me and you and a dog named Pooh, something on the land. Woo! Hey, shall I get my panpipe out? Hey, well done for reminding me. Even though no one did, I keep telling you to tell me to play my panpipe because I want to get good at this shit. Because I am so lazy, but I'm so passionate about wanting to learn to play an instrument. Because I've got loads of them. Hey, hang on a minute. Talking of instruments, let's get this one out of my drawer. Here we go. Look, I'm going to play you a tune. What do you think of that? That's the only instrument I can play because you just got to blow and suck. But to play that well, Jesus Christ, I can't get to that shit. I can't get to that fucking level. And it's sad. But anyway, let's get my panpipe out because I actually started playing the tune the other day, right? And I was like, oh my God. But saying that, I've actually completely forgot. But let's just give it a go. Or do you want me to play a record before I give it another go? Yeah. When I see people playing them harmonicas, to be honest with you, Popsy, all I want to do is just drop everything and learn how to play it. But I need someone. This is the thing with me, right? When I master something, I can take it to a new level. But I need someone that slaps me about and says, Paris, you're not working hard enough. That's what I need. And I think that's what everyone else needs. Because if we had a world like that where people said, look, you're good and I can see your potential, but you need to fine tune this area, right? If we all did that with each other, don't you think this world would be an amazing place? Instead of thinking, huh, if I go and work for him an hour, I can mug him off for 100 quid. Basically, that's how the world works now. But anyway, let's try. Let's give my panpipe a poke. Right. No. Do you know what? This wears you out. I need to master this because Once I know how to play this, I know that I'm on the road to fitness. See? Do you get that? You learn something, you appreciate the sound, and you're also getting fit. And that's just with a pan pipe. That's how unfit I am at the moment. I'm just saying that I am working on the track at the moment, so it can't be that bad. The only way I'm going to recover from that is just finish my joint off and have a drop of beer, because that's harder work than doing all that stuff. Here, Popsy, I've got some mushrooms popped up in my garden. I can't believe it. I've got this little mud patch near my path where I come out the boat, and just to the left, it's just this mud patch, and it's like a little colony of mushrooms. I can't believe it. And I think it's the white ones, like the button mushrooms you get. So I'm going to send you a photo tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to send you a photo tomorrow, because what I've done is put half of them under a flower pot so they're in the dark all the time, and the other bits and pieces I've left outside to see what grows best, to see if it's like worth doing it one way or the other. I mean, I know when I was down Leslie's garden like 3 years ago, that I come out, I see a mushroom, and I put a plastic cup over it, but it was see-through. And when I come out in the morning, in fact, I've done it a few times, and then I come out in the morning, and the mushroom had grown so big, it packed the cup out, and it lifted the cup out up in the air. It was sitting up in the air, the cup, with this bulging mushroom. And I took it out and I cooked it, and I couldn't fucking believe the flavour I got out of that mushroom. I know you're nuts, Popsy. I can't believe some of the mushrooms you put up. Everyone subscribe to Popsy if you want to know about mushrooms, because she's out there. She's not a stinky knickers, a Kaylee Anav. She gets into her mushrooms. Kaylee Anav bounces around the edges trying to get content and interest from people, yet she knows fuck all about it, because Kaylee Anav, believe it or not, people on here have advised people on taking poison and then retracting it later. But it's no good when you retract something later in a different live once you've put that poison out there. That's just wrong on people's levels out there that don't follow the shit of the YouTube. That's just fucking wrong, because a lot of people on YouTube get wise and research, but if you don't do your due diligence, you do not research, and you do not check the facts that people are talking about, you will find yourself in a whole world of shit. So don't come on here just thinking YouTube's shits and giggles. YouTube is only shits and giggles when you've been on here and you've helped, been nice, been nasty, contributed, given over charities, been abusive, been abused. You've got to go through all these fucking scenarios before you can become YouTube wise and avoid the shit. Because I'm getting out of the shit. But one thing I've learned from being in all this shit is I love grenades. And now with what I know and who I know in this corner, because I will be leaving this corner because there's a lot of scum that I've managed to accumulate on YouTube. I will be leaving most of these scum sites, but I guarantee you my grenades will be bigger and better, because that's where I will be getting my laughs, shits and giggles. Because yous lot on PooTube, apart from my parent friends, have taught me how to defend myself. And like I said earlier, in trades, once I learn and master a trade, I find all the shortcuts. They just fall into place. It amazes me how that happens. It falls into place. And then I come back with my grenades. And you're going to see some lovely, big, fat, ugly, naked grenades come in some of these groups. So as nice as I am and as nice as I can be, when you cross me and you abuse my gender, I don't forget, because I come on here trying to help people, and I've been tarnished by the scum on PooTube. And I find it quite funny because all the channels are starting to connect, and I'm starting to see the routes that I can take. I'm starting to see how I can go round these situations and attack from all fronts. And it's fucking lovely. So I can either leave it or attack it. Pop in or pop out. Because it's fucking hilarious. Because there's so much nice stuff out there on YouTube. That's what I'm going to concentrate on. But it's so nice to come into these little poison ivies. Pop a little grenade in there. Because all the good ones that are in now that can't, I don't know. It's like there's good ones in these bad groups, but I don't know. They're not awoke. They've took the blue pill. That's the only way I can describe it. They're not horrible people, but they made the wrong choice. They've took the blue pill, and they should never have done that. Because what do you want to do? Because there's two ways to go in this world. There's the blue pill and there's the red pill. Let me explain them both. The blue pill, you don't want to know what goes on in the real world, and you want to stay in the world that you're in. Yes? That's the blue pill. The red pill, you want to know the truth, good or bad. You want to know the truth. That's the red pill. And then you deal with it. So everyone that's took the blue pill, fuck off. Fuck off. Okay? Because you've just been given two options, and the two options why they exist. You either want to know the truth and tackle it, right? Or you don't want to know the truth because you're happy in the world you're in, blue. So carry on. Yeah, they do. Sometimes you have to, sometimes, Popsy, you do have to tackle drama to get to reality because people are so deep in drama, they think that's normal. So you have to wait till it's like being in a river. You have to wait till the bubbles come along and lift you up to the surface because you're always going to be down there. And if you find bubbles your enemy, you're never going to see the red pill, are you? You don't want to see it. I don't know what that was all about. Who brought that up anyway? I'm going to start fucking looking through my chats to see who brought that up. Hi Maria, how you doing? I don't know why. I just went on a massive life. I don't know. A life. Oh, I don't know. The word's in my head, but it's in the wrong filing cabinet. I think I must have lent it to Den Tarragon. And he's put it in the wrong filing cabinet because he's got loads of empty filing cabinets and he just wants to fill one of them up. But it's there. It's in my head. What is my cat doing? Tom, what are you doing? Stop being a bitch. It's like, I don't know. I'm not even going to talk about my dog or my cat at the moment because I feel like I'm their best friend. And it's like very clingy at the moment. Do you know what that you know that guy who owns the fishing lake, right? I kind of respected him because of how he got to where he got, right? But he's got a bailiff over there, and they shoot animals, right? And I kind of put up with it because where you live and the business he had and all that. And he actually come over and threatened me with a wrench the other day, but I called him out and he ran off because I was so livid that he done it in front of my granddaughter. I was fucking livid, right? So I called him out and I said, come into my garden, I'll plant your face in my garden. And I genuinely meant it. And I was quite ashamed of how he brought that male side out of me because my granddaughter was there and I don't care what it takes. You're not going to abuse me shouting your mouth off in front of my grandchild. So I proper let the cunt have it, right? So now my attitude's changed, right? Because I know these birds here causing problems with his fish, but now he's causing us problem because we live here on the riverbank and he fucking hates it because he owns all the land beside the riverbank apart from the track. He fucking hates the fact that we're here because he's just bought that bit of land and now he's got all high and mighty. He started shooting these birds, or his bailiff is. And today, it's really fucking stressed my dog out, right? And I never realised it before because I want to keep the peace here. He has to do his job. He's got a business to keep and he's got these pesty birds that nick the fish out of his lake, right? And I'm trying to take all that on board and be reasonable because it's a business. And I thought, hang on, whoa, Paris, you're talking about you're protecting the business. These are the cunts that are bringing this country down. These fucking corporate cunts. Sorry for the language, but there's no other words for it. They're bringing this country down to its knees, right? We're all blaming the MPs and everything, but these scumbags are bringing this country down to its knees because they grab. This guy over here, he's got over £7 million worth of land here, right? And he's tried to attack me with his wrench, right? But because I've had to go to my man's side, which I absolutely despise him for, because I used to be a bit of a Jack the Lad when I was a guy. Yeah, I did. And I didn't back down. Whether I was weaker than the person or not, I would not back down. And it brought that side out of me. And that's created a new anger in me, because that should never have happened. He should have come over to me and had a chat, but he would have lost the chat because I was playing music in the garden at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. He has tractors, cranes, all sorts going over his land because he's having power fitted. The gates are open 24/7, yet we've got 24/7 security. Yeah, it's like he does what he wants, and we've got to do what he says. I'm not having that. So I'm gonna start getting my megaphone out. That's the whole point of this lecture. I'm going to get my megaphone out every time I hear that shotgun and tell him to stop murdering the local wildlife and upsetting all the animals in this area. And I'm going to do that every time I hear that shotgun going down, because my dog is petrified when it hears that shotgun. And I ain't fucking having it anymore, because I live here. This is my land. I paid for it, the same as my boat. It's all mine. And he comes over here and tells me what I've got to do. Nah. I ain't having that. So you might see a few lives on there. I wish I'd have had my phone out there when he come over here and threatened me with that wrench. But I sent him on his way with my megaphone, blaring its siren out and wailing through the microphone. He was so angry by the time he left here. But I never had a problem with a guy before. I can't believe it. I got on so well with him. But because I made that noise in my garden at 4 o'clock in the afternoon next to his property that's worth 7 million, I think it was £7.5 million. And he walks around like a grumpy old man. That's a bit sad, isn't it? A grumpy old man. He's got 5 fishing lakes here, a river running through it. All the boat people got on well with him. As soon as he bought that bit of land in between us and his lakes, he went fucking wonky. Bad. Tut, 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 tut. Money is bad. It can be used wisely, but it seems to me like it's used to send everyone against each other, just like religion and everything else. Something I don't like talking about. Religion, politics, and racism don't interest me at all. Don't talk about it. Thought I'd mention it because I never talk about it. So I thought I'd mention it because I thought people might wonder why I don't talk about it. It's boring. If you talk about them 3 subjects, right, you are in the past, shallow, and don't do no research about fuck all. Okay? That's what them 3 things that you follow represent. Okay? Just putting it out there. I need to grind a bit more skunk because I've run out. My grinder is really small. I can't find my big grinder. And oh my God, I've just opened my moisturiser. Is it time to go to bed? No. Oh, that's... God, do you know what? Oh, it smells lovely. I wish I'd have got the name of that. Sometimes I just smell it. It's like, yeah, that'll do. And I'll go on it because I know it's a good smoke. But I forgot to ask the name of this one. It's all right. Goes well with Bud. I'm actually a Heineken drinker, but I actually don't mind Bud either. But Heineken's much better. For you beginners out there, Heineken's much better than Bud. Mm, yeah, of course I do. Of course I have, Maria. Of course I have. Do you know what? It's quite funny, Maria. It's like people don't appreciate me as much as they should, right? Because I'm really open about my transition. Answer questions, whereas a lot of people are very secretive and private because they get attacked. But I've already had the 5 year attack, so it doesn't bother me because I will run rings around some sort of cunt that thinks I'm not genuine, right? But what was we saying? I was so bad. I was babbling on there, doing me grinding, drinking me drink, and I'm like talking as well. I'm like, what was we talking about? We've got women there. Yeah. When already angry. Yeah, 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 yeah. That is the thing because like I get both sides of life now, and I kind of see it. And I reckon even a lot of trans women say, "Oh, you're talking shit," but I get both sides of life. I feel, but not I've seen. I feel because we've all seen both sides of life. I feel both sides of life, right? And it amazes me, right? Because that forgive me because I can't remember the names because when we get into the medical world or big pharma or anything like that, they come out with these fucking ridiculous names, right? And I can't pronounce half of them, right? So I'm just gonna basically tell you it in layman's terms, right? It's like a man. Well, let's start off with a woman. Sorry, I don't want to confuse the issue. I I'm in a situation where my HRT is being messed around with because my levels in my body are kind of going up and down a bit, and they can't understand it. When they give me more medication, my levels are lower. Well, this has happened once, and this is what I'm going through now. They've given me medication. My levels should be between 400 and 600. Right? This is a woman. I can't remember what it's called, but bear with me. Women are between 400 and 600 of this medical name, right? But men are only between 3 and 5 of this situation. And I'm at a level where I'm just over 300. I was 380 something, and then that they upped my medication, and I should have gone over 400, but for some unknown reason, I've gone below the 300 and whatever. So now they've upped me again. So hopefully I'm over 400. And I do feel like over time, it's not like something happens overnight, but I feel like as this medication has gone up, I feel so much more of a woman. I keep bouncing between the two, and it's frustrating because I actually had to go back for a year because of the medication issue or situation that I developed at the time. I ended up having a year of going off of everything, and it was a fucking nightmare. But I'm back on I'm back up there now, and everything's fucking great. The only thing the kind of it don't bug me, but it does in a way because when I speak on here, most people assume I'm a male, which is annoying. But the ones that respect me and see what I'm going through get it, and the other ones, obviously, they just do their thing and fade away or whatever. But yeah, I get that, and I feel I'm so blessed because I I have actually gone through probably the worst thing a human can go through, and that is being a male. And the reason I say that, right, only from a love point of view, if you want to be a really nice person and all lovely, whatever, I find the male side of life very challenging because there's so many feelings that you have to tackle and stuff like that. But even if you're a good man and you have to go through this process and you have to tackle that stuff, that's quite bad because you've had to go through that process. And who's to say that you failed or didn't fail it? Because I was a male. I've gone through all them processes. So you can't come on here and talk to me as a man and tell me how it is. Okay? But I'm learning a lot about the girls. And the girls are cool because I'm there. I get it. It's cool being a girl. And the thing is it's like the public and the politicians, isn't it? It's like these politicians take the fucking piss out of us, right? They take us for a fucking ride. They mug us off, right? Proper left, right, and centre. But once the public unite, understand and unite, the MPs or the PMs or what the fuck you want to call them, because there's a lot more names out there. There's P's and Muppets and Mugs and backward people. There's all sorts of names out there. But once the people unite and they tackle these MPs and all that shit, they become nothing because it's us that give them the power. Yeah? But use men. Men rule the world. Yes, they do. But men can't rule the world without women. And if every woman decided to shut down on every man, they wouldn't last 2 minutes. They'd be back in a cot with a nappy, begging for their piece of pussy. What do you think about that lot? That's raw reality. But if we don't want to talk like that, let's all try and act civil and yeah, it's all good here. We've got to remember cavemen used to drag their women along by their hair. Whether that was true or not, that was the pictures that were put out there, wasn't it? Men, wasn't it? Why is that? Men, eh? Is that because you're scared of women, really? There don't seem to be a lot of men in the chat tonight. I think they've all run off. They're probably going to watch some macho guy that's slagging some woman off. Hey, what do you think about that? Should we play a song? What is this one anyway? I've got one on the record player already. Well, how long have I got on here? Oh my God, I've only got about 20 minutes. The Streak, Ray Stevens. I don't think I played that. 1974. And this is that Janus? Janus Records? It can't be that. I've never heard of that. There's 2 record labels I've never heard of before come up tonight. No wonder I'm having a wonky night with the records in the chat. It's all gone wonky tonight. I think the moon's in a funny place. I was watching a lot of videos about the moon, and the moon is so fascinating. It's unreal. And it's weird how we just stopped going now. It's not that far away, is it, really?
Hello, everyone. This is your Action News reporter with all the news that
Oh, let's have some of this.
There seems to have been some disturbance here. Pardon me, sir. Did you see what happened? Yeah, I did. I was standing over by the tomatoes, and here he comes, running through the pole bait, through the fruits and vegetables, naked as a jaybird. And I hollered over to Ethel. I said, "Don't look, Ethel!" And it's too late. She'd already been in the sense. Here he comes. Boogie there, boogie there. There he goes. Boogie there, boogie there. And he ain't wearing no clothes. Yes, they call him the street. Woo!
You fucking. Oh, you're so lucky tonight.
He's just as proud as he can be. Yes, that's me. He gonna give us a treat. Oh, yes, they call him the street. We like to show off his physique. If there's an audience to be found, we'll be speaking it round. It's by the public critique. This is your Action News reporter once again, and we're here at the gas station. Pardon me, sir, did you see what happened? Yeah, see. I was just in here getting the car checked. He disappeared down the back. He come streaking around the grease right there. Didn't have nothing on but a spot. I looked in there and Ethel was getting her cold drink. I hollered, "Don't look, Ethel!" It's too late. She'd already been moved. Flashed her right there and thrown shock. So. He ain't good. Look at it, look at it. He ain't good. Look at it, look at it. He's just in the mood to ride in the news. Well, yes, they call him the street. He likes to burn the other cheek. He's always making the news. Red printed tennis shoes. Yes, you could call him unique. Once again, your Action News reporter in the booth at the gym covering the disturbance at the basketball playoff. Pardon me, sir. Did you see what happened? Yeah, see. Hey, I was just going down there to get Ethel a snow.
I tried my best, Marie. I tried to make light of stuff, but sometimes I do get deep, I must admit. But overall, when the internet goes off, my life carries on. And that's all that matters.
She'd already got a free shot. Ram stepping. Right there in front of the hole. Hey. Well, yes, they call it the street. Hey, who's that with it? Uncle, is that you, Uncle? What do you think you're doing? He gonna give us you get your cold down. Well, yes, they call it the street. Uncle, where you go? If you say that,
I think, Wavy, how you doing? I ain't seen you for ages. Back time you put a live out on it and fucking told the truth about stuff. Again. That was nutty, that song, wasn't it? Where did that come from? Anyway. Who should we slag off anyway? I fucking hate Jupiter at the moment. Do you know what someone asked me the other day? It's quite funny because someone asked me the other day. We was talking about stuff. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm fucking 5 years into this shit. Like, it gets a bit boring. I won't say much unless it's a grenade, right? But someone asked me the other day about Jupiter and Wendy, right? And everyone seemed no. Hang on, let me retract that. A lot of people seem to say, no, yeah, I like Jude because like she's like genuine, shoots and whatever. And then they asked me like, who do you think's like all right attitude? I said, to be honest with you, I much prefer Wendy Wu, right? I've actually subscribed to Wendy again because I couldn't stand her when she was with Jupiter, right? And I've actually slagged Wendy off in the past, the same as Jupiter, because I treated them as a couple, the fat slags, right? That's what they was, the fat slags. I've done a couple of videos, very funny. But well, I haven't done a couple. I just played a couple of videos of the fat slags and said it was them, right? Basically, but I have got a bit more respect for Wendy than I've got. I've got no respect for Jupiter. Jupiter is just like a mop, She goes round and mops all the floors and picks all the shit up and interprets it in her bucket what she thinks of the shit that she's gathered, right? So that's my interpretation of Jupiter and Wendy. I've got more respect for Wendy now, whereas I had equal hate for them because of what they done to me with Kaylee on their show. I will never forget that. I will forgive Wendy, but I'll never forgive Jupiter because I've pulled her up, and I don't believe that Wendy's slagged me off since that live, but Jupiter has had much to say about my transition because she cannot find anything that is monoxious about me apart from her point of view of me transitioning from a man to a woman. But yeah, she does back pedophiles and stuff like that because she probably doesn't do her research or her due diligence. But yeah, I just wanted to say that no one's my friend on there. You're all cunts, okay? You're all cunts until I meet you and I like you, because that's how we filter out scum. We meet them, we make eye contact, we talk shit, and then the deal's done. But on here, there's so many fucking dirty scumbag liars, and they hide behind avatars and false names and other people as well, which is quite important because I've called people out and bigger people have come out and protect them, haven't they, Wasp? Like Hoof the wanker, Hoof the piece of shit, the drug dealing cunt, eh? Who's got a macho voice, but he's just a wrinkly old man. But anyway, let's just drop that because, like I said, I've left all that scum behind. I pop in now and then. I drop my grenade, and I actually find it a massive comedy show. Now, you can abuse my gender as much as you like. I love me, right? And I love a lot of yous out there. But what I will not do is give in to scumbags like Kaylee Anav, Andy Devine, Matt Taylor. Oh my God, Wasp, why have you popped up on my list? Oh God, I don't know how that happened, but there's so many more. And yet I really thought that I would never have Wasp on that nasty list. But you can't make good what you've done in the past, the way you've done it and the way you've attacked people. So my grenades will be going here, there and everywhere, but I will not be in the groups mulling around because I'm in a different part of the internet now. And if you scumbags who would want to attack me, want to come and follow me, come over. Or come on here. Where are all my enemies? Oh, let's prove a point. Let's put an invite out. Bring all my enemies on. Come on, enemies. Come on and state your case, and let's put you to bed like the dirty scumbags you are for the last 5 years that you've been there. Eh? Come on. Come on, let's be nice tonight. Let's call the scumbags out. Oh, what's happening now? My paste has disappeared. Hang on. I'm not the best with tech. Oh, got to come up and win again. Hang on. Right, stop. Right, let me press my button. So, hang on a sec. I'll get more annoyed with myself than other people. Right, here we go. I'll put my link up. So we got what? Who we got? We got Kaylee Anav. We got Dirty Dan. Andy Devine, Matt Taylor, Yeah, we'll stick Wasp in there. You come on, Wasp, if you want. I don't give a fuck. That's 5 of you. 5 of my nasty enemy that always attack me. Yeah? There's probably more of you out there, but you're obviously not important as you thought you was, because I can't even remember who you are. Come on and state your case. Come on and spill your shit that you've done over the last 5 years. Come on. Let's have it out on here now. Get it out of the way, because this is a lovely channel. But I'm going to give you the opportunity to just come in here and tell me that I'm the freak in the dress and I'm the guy that wants you to suck their willy and all that sort of stuff. Come on, bring it in here. Let's all have this out in the open, because trust me, you will feel better for it, because I feel great. I love myself. I love my people. But I don't like the dirty scum. And it's really a shame that there's 5 people on there. Let's put some more on there, yeah? Let's put 7 on there. The dirty little sheep. Yeah? Should we do that? Yeah. 7's a dirty little sheep. Do you know what about 7? The one thing that annoys me about 7, he hasn't got his own mind. No. He can play a guitar, but he's never made it because he hasn't got his own mind. He hasn't got what it takes. Who else should we put in now? There's loads in there. Dan Sullivan. You're another one. You've said some nasty shit about me, and you've actually opened it right up to the transgender community, because you've stated your opinion on all of us. And then you tried to take it back when I pulled you up on it because other people didn't know what you said. You're another one on the list. No, Marie. Listen, Marie. I know 2 Matts now. Right. There's a Matt that's a nice guy, and there's a Matt that's a horrible person. Don't ever come in here and tell me that me and Matt could be good friends, right? Because Matt is the worst piece of shit that has harassed me for the last 5 years because I called Andy Devine out. I find that quite an insult. People have said that to me before, and I've even gone over to Matt and tried to make peace with him, but he's a nasty, wonky piece of shit that acts like the paparazzi gone wrong, if there's such a thing, because I think they're all wrong anyway. He's the media that don't get the media. He's the media that frustrates the public. That's Matt Taylor. Matt Taylor has got had my 2 stolen phones. He knew they were stolen. And then apart from that, Matt Taylor has gone beyond the call of duty to make me look really bad. So don't ever say that me and Matt Taylor. It's quite funny that you say that, because I had a friend request off of Matt Taylor on Facebook the other day, which I find hilarious, because me and Matt Taylor have known each other for 5 years. And yet I get a friend request because where's his YouTube gone? Oh, poor Matt. Has someone fucked you up? Do you keep pissing people off, Matt? I've had my channel, Matt, for fucking 6 years. I've never been struck off. I wonder why. I can be raw, but I defend myself. Look at you. How many times have you been struck off? How many times have you been called into question by the police? How many times have you had your devices taken away from you, Matt? But yet I'll get Marie saying, maybe me and Matt could be friends one day. Listen, I'm as honest and as genuine as I can be. Matt is the lowest scum of the earth that just wants to get everyone on side. And if you don't believe that, just go over to Matt's. I'm not interested. Once people get my back up about that piece of shit, that tells me what sort of a person you are. Maybe not then, Marie. Maybe stay away from that subject, because Matt will never get into my circle again, because he was there. We wasn't the best of friends. We never spoke much, but we was both in the same group. And because I called that group out, that dirty scumbag piece of shit took it to a new level. And it's like I said, there's certain people that will not be forgotten. And I'll be there the day to destroy them, or I will be there the day to clap my hands when someone else takes them down. Yeah, you are correct, Maria. I should know. Shall we play a tune? So that's how understanding I am. I do listen to people, and I do get what most people are saying. But when you get toxic poison like that on the internet, when they don't reason with you, when you call someone out after you've put all that money into that group and you believed in it, you don't call them out because you want to, you call them out because you have to. And most people, when they're in that group and they see it's a scam, they just run along like little pussies. They run along like little pussies and they don't say a word. And they leave it up to people like me to fucking call them out. And then I get years of fucking shit off of them. And that is never gonna be forgotten. So you dupes out there and you Andy Divines out there, fucking watch your backs. Because you're going to be destroyed on YouTube, not in real life, because you ain't got backbones in real life. That's what it's all about. You fucking cowards. Stick that in your fucking pipe and smoke it. Anyway, on that note, I'm gonna. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to put my light over here. This writing is so small, it's unreal. Oh, is that taking the piss? This record's taking the piss. It's 1981. What's this? Chrysalis. Chrysalis? Is that a record label? It's got to be. And this is called Institution by Links. Is that right or what? Is that spelt that way? Oh, it's Intuition. Institute. That's funny. I'm terrible with my reading. I know I'm backwards, but at least I admit it and don't try and hide it. Here we go. Have some of this shit. I don't even remember this record, but let's give it a go. Oh, sorry. Oh, I know that record. Yeah, I had to take it off because we missed the crackling. Yeah, sorry, Maria. I was a bit ranty tonight. I will lie. Woo! Come on. Yeah.
But when I was back, my mom knew what I was doing. While I try my best not to breathe it, always find out if you see that intuition. I pray I have to talk and be with him yesterday.
Yeah, sorry, Mario. I can't be be a dick sometimes, but my blood boils.
When I stole all the apples and onions for food, someone must have told God she knew. Intuition, blame it all on intuition. So the situation should just not exist. I don't need to insist. I know what mistake all the big for me. Woo! I always try hard not to leave any clue. I am always found out, wish I knew how to use.
Bum, 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 bum. Do you know what? I think I've got about 5 minutes, maybe a little bit longer on my live because my battery's going flat on my laptop and I can't charge it up because it's gone past 10 o'clock and I have to start the engine up. So I'm going to put this record on. So if I cut out why this record's on, yeah, sorry, Maria, I know. Yeah, but I do get a bit woo. Settle down, Paris, settle down. Oh, only in France. Right, we've got an embassy record here, right? You've got a special record here. You've got 3 records in one here, right? Just in case we cut out because we're getting very. Oh my God, I'm on yellow. We've got Glad All Over, I Love You Because, and Needles and Pins, all on the same record. It's I can't see the embassy, blah blah blah. I'm gonna put it on anyway because we are gonna cut out any minute now, and I'd like to go out on a good note instead of talking. Happy days. Bless you all for coming on. I really appreciate your content and your comments.
You need me, you always be mine, I'm feeling glad all over your town, glad all over, baby, I'm glad all over, that you're mine. Woo! You happy, you never be blue, never be blue. You have no sorrow, always be true, always be true. I'm feeling glad all over, yes I'm glad all over, baby, I'm glad all over, you're mine.